I know y'all probably thinking, why is this girl coming on camera looking like this? I don't know. I'm lazy. I don't know. Hi guys, this is your girl Ray Love. I'm coming at you with another story time. I know I'm looking a hot mess. I'm coming on here with two pigtails looking like Harley Quinn, but you know, that's just how I'm feeling today, so that's what it's gonna be. But this is a story time. This is not about my hair. This is actually going to be a story time of when I think this guy was attempting to kidnap me. And so without further ado, let's just get right into this video. So as you guys know, in previous videos, I told you guys that I worked at a Walmart, which now I do not work there anymore, but that's another story time for another day. But yeah, my schedule usually started around 3 or 4 p.m. and I would get off at 10 at night. And majority of the time, because at this point I didn't have a car yet, so I would walk home every night from work unless I had a friend who would drop me off. But this one particular night, 10 o'clock hits, I go clock out and get my things, and I proceed to start walking home. And I'm usually a pretty fast walker, but especially at night because the fact that it's dark and a lot of the times I walked home by myself, I didn't like that at all. So like I'm usually literally sprinting home, walking as fast as I can because people are crazy. I'm not trying to get caught up in the mess. But this one particular night, I'm walking home. It's just this feeling I had like something wasn't right about this night. And so, yeah, I'm walking, and it's this long, long, long road, and it's dark, and there's no other cars driving on this road. And I see this one car. Now I'm walking this way, and the car was coming from this way, so he was gonna go that way as I'm walking this way. And I don't know if any other girls, I'm pretty sure you experienced this, like if a guy's in the car and he kind of slowed down because he's trying to check you out or see who you are or talk to you from the car or whatever. Well, that's what he started to do. He was driving normal and he started to slow down, and my heart started beating. I always get scared, especially at night when someone is doing that. He starts to slow down. It's this big black van, tinted windows, and he rolls his window down. And he starts talking to me, asking me questions, the usual. I think he gave me a couple compliments. I'm telling him thank you. Start asking me if I need a ride. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. Thank you though, but I'm just trying to get home. That's all I want to do. He wants me to stop and talk to him, but I'm just telling him like, no, thank you. Like I just want to go home. I've had a long day at work. I'm just going to go home. Thank you though for your offer, but no thanks. So at this point, like I'm starting to get irritated, but I'm getting more and more scared because this guy is like pushing for me to talk to him and for him to give me a ride, and I'm like, no thank you, and I'm constantly walking the whole time. But I don't know, I don't remember if he was like driving in reverse to still talk to me. And all of a sudden he was like, well, I have a job offer for you, hold on, I'm gonna pull around. So the way the street is set up, like he couldn't just turn right there, especially how big the car was. So he had to go a little bit further down and turn around. At this point, he sped off really quick. And my heart, you guys, is pounding. I am scared to the max. And usually I have pepper spray and I have my taser, but this day I did not have it, y'all. It was in my purse, and I think this was a day that I may have took my backpack with me to work because I had a lot of things to get and I didn't want to carry it all. And yeah, so I was the only one on the street, you guys. No cars were going by. And so I'm just like, I got so scared, like my body started to get hot, and I'm just walking really fast. And I turn around and I see this guy on a bike, and he's riding his bike and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him and I'm looking nervous and he's looking at me like, is this girl okay? But he doesn't stop. He keeps going and I'm thinking like, should I say something to this guy? And as he rides his bike past me, I see on the back of his shirt it said security, and he had a gun on his waist, and I'm like, yo, like I'm calling this guy. So I was like, hey, excuse me, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, can you please stop for a second? So he stopped, and he gets off his bike, and I'm telling him like I'm really scared. Like this guy in his black car keeps bothering me. He's a black guy. I see your shirt says security. Can you please just walk with me just for a second? Maybe this guy will leave me alone. He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll walk with you. And as soon as I said that, because remember the guy in the black car had went to go make a U-turn, and he was coming back, but instead of stopping to tell me what this job offer was, he just sped off and he was gone. And my heart, like you guys, was pounding. I was so scared. Just to think if I was by myself, like what could this man have done to me? I'm only 5'3". Like I could have been kidnapped or something, killed, I don't know, tortured. I'm pretty sure if it was a job he was offering me, he could have told me why the security guard was there. So I don't see what the problem was, but that's what happened with that. And so I'm walking with the security guy, and I usually cut through this neighborhood to get to my house, and he walks with me through there, and I feel better. And he's like, are you okay? Like everything's good? Will you be okay? And I'm like, yes, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for doing this, because at this point, I feel like that man saved my life. I don't know what could have happened if he wasn't riding that bike past me. I feel like that was all God. Like, that man saved my life. God sent him to ride that bike past me to save my life. I'm sorry if you don't believe in God. I do. I believe in God, and I believe that he was a blessing to me that night. And I just told him, thank you. Like, thank you so much. And he said, you're welcome. You're going to be okay going the rest of the way home. I told him, yeah, because my house wasn't too far then. And so he left, and I got in the house, and I told my family. Then they were scared. So ever since then, they would come and walk with me almost every night. I can't say every single night, but pretty much almost every night. And then I had a friend who would, she and her family would always bring me home, which some things happen with that, and that's another story time. It's crazy and it's kind of messed up, but let me know if you want to hear that video. And also, I actually seen the guy that rode the bike, the security guy, like a couple of weeks after that, and he would just ask me like, hey, how are you? Is everything good? And I would tell him again like how much I appreciate what he did for me. And I've never seen the guy in the black truck ever again, but I was always a little paranoid that I might see him, but I haven't seen him, and so I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, that's the time where I think a guy attempted to kidnap me, but he failed, thank God. And that's the story. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel for more if you want to see a little bit more of my face and hear and what goes on in my life. I'm sorry, I'm looking a little bit lazy today, but that's just how I feel. Had a lot of stuff going on these past couple of days, and yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel again. Just subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.